Hello everybody and welcome back to RainBro Crafts. My name is Colton and today Zach will be making for you the third soap in our autumn winter collection that will be around for the whole autumn winter season, and that soap is our probably #1 most requested, quickest selling out soap that we make every year, Black Spruce and Anise. This is a go-to scent for us every single holiday season. It is kind of like our Christmas tree, evergreen tree scent that people request all year long. We do like to bring it back at the end of the year instead of have it all year long to kind of build up a little demand. And the past 2 years we have done basically the same or very similar design, and we just let the fragrance oil really speak for itself. To our signature plant-based oil blend, and that is always in our description box below, we have added some pumice and also some coconut husk. And then Zach is adding in a custom blend of some green micas. We're going for like a fir needle, kind of silvery green color. And that's what we do every single year, is a nice kind of like soft, sagey, fir needle-y color. And then to that, we also are going to add in our fragrance oil, and this is Black Spruce and Anise from Bramble Berry. Like I said, we go back to this each and every year. It has notes of anise, obviously, crisp air, wild berries, black spruce, and then there's some sandalwood to really round everything out, which I think is why it is a better kind of evergreen tree scent than maybe just a standard like pine or fir needle, because it has some complex notes added in, and that really makes it kind of a full-bodied scent without making it smell like pine sol or something. We will then blitz this up with our stick blender until it comes to a nice light trace. We are not going to be doing any sort of design to the actual soap batter itself. So once this comes to a trace, we're going to pour this directly into our slab mold. This fragrance oil does behave really beautifully. It does not accelerate. It really sticks around also, which is always a nice thing to find in a fragrance oil. Alright, now that it's to a nice light trace, we are going to pour this into our slab mold. Like I mentioned, we're not going to do any sort of additional designs to the actual soap batter, but we are going to do what we've done in the past couple years, and that is to stamp it with a rubber stamp dipped in some golden mica. So at the end, when we cut the soap, you will see that we did film that. We'll then scrape out the container, set this aside for maybe like a minute or so, just until the batter has set up enough to do a spoon swoop. And you can see here Zach's waiting even a little bit longer to let it firm up just a little bit more, because it's not really holding the peaks like we are wanting it to. We like to, when we're testing out to see if our soap batter's set up enough, do a little test on our edge, because when we break down this slab into loaves, that edge piece gets cut off. So it's a nice kind of test area to do something, and if it is ugly or it's not quite ready, it's not really going to affect the overall appearance of the whole slab or the bar. And then once Zach has found that it's to a good enough trace, it's set up enough to hold a ridge, we will go in with our bar spoon, and we're going to basically try and kind of recreate a top of a Christmas tree, an evergreen tree. So we're going to do like a mohawk situation. But you'll have to remember that our slab does get 3 loaves. So that's what Zach's doing here now, is he's forming the middle loaf first, and then he's going to build off of that for the 2 edge loaves. We do have, and I don't think you can see it here on the back section of this slab, little Sharpie marks, hash marks, to show where our loaves are, so we have kind of a general idea. We're not ever super concerned about it being like perfectly straight. I have seen other soap makers have like a grid system that they put on top when they're doing this, or use like a ruler or something. We kind of just eyeball it. Our soap design isn't necessarily precise. It is a little more rustic, a little more kind of everyday, and we use that to our advantage. We're not looking for a perfectly like rectangle bar or anything like that. The only thing we really make sure is that the bars, when they're cut, are 4 ounces or above. But other than that, we're not worried if one section has a better spoon swoop than the other. Once those spoon swoops are done, we will go in with some gold ultra sparkle mica. This is our probably most used mica color. We have that's a 32 ounce mason jar that we have full of the gold mica, and we order this pretty regularly and we use it. It is the perfect kind of gold mica. It's not too orange, it's not too yellow, it is just perfect. And this is coming from someone who's not a huge fan of gold as a color, but it is really impactful, and a little goes a really, really long way, which is what we love. After 24 hours, this slab is ready to unmold and slice up. And like I said, our slabs get broken down into 3 loaves, and then there's also a little extra piece, and we're actually going to start incorporating those into some of our scents that we carry all of the time as kind of inspiration from that tiny terrazzo collection that we had last month with the little chunks added in. It was a nice way to use those up, because right now they're just kind of sitting on our shelf in a Rubbermaid container sealed away, and they don't really get used. So now we're gonna reuse them. So we're basically using like 99% of the soap bar, and then the rest is being donated to Eco Soap Bank, which all of our soap scraps and mess up batches and things like that get donated to them. And there is our bar. While this is slicing away, I will ask our question of the week, and that random question is, what's one place you've traveled that you never want to go back to? For me, I visited San Francisco probably in like 2016. My friend Sam lived nearby, and so I went down and visited her, and we did like Alcatraz and those things, and it was fun, but I kind of thought it was a little overhyped, and it also was very expensive. And this is coming from me. I live in Vancouver, Washington, but Portland, Oregon is just across the river, like 5 minutes away from here. And Portland is known as a very expensive city, especially like going out and things like that. And so I wasn't super impressed. I probably wouldn't go back unless it was like a layover in the airport or something. Anyways, I would love to hear your answer to the question of where's one place you've traveled but you never would go back to in the comment section down below. Like I said, we are stamping these with rubber stamp. This is just from Michaels, and some of that same gold mica. If you haven't watched these videos in a while, or you've never seen them before, we do like to do this occasionally. It's a really cheap and easy way to add some extra zhuzh to your bar of soap. It does wash off usually after the first batch, but at least initially on the shelf, on your display, it looks really cute. The one thing that you do want to do is you want to do this as soon as you cut the bars of soap. Not like 2 seconds after you cut it, but like we cut all these and then we're stamping all of these on the same day within about 10 minutes or so. And that's because the moisture from the bar soap will kind of adhere to the mica from the stamp, and it'll kind of make everything cohesive, so it's not going to rub off super easy. It also is a little easier to stamp in a slightly softer bar of soap than a fully cured bar of soap. But that is it. This is our Black Spruce and Anise soap. This soap, along with all of our fall winter collection, will be for sale starting the second Sunday in September, so this upcoming Sunday. And these will be for sale for the remainder of the year. So for September, October, and November, we're going to try and keep them in stock because they are some of our most requested, most popular soaps. If you do want to support the channel and get soaps, candles, or bath bombs each and every month from us, check out our website, rainbrocrafts.com, for more details on how to join this fine group of people. Everyone on this list gets soaps or candles each and every month from us as a thank you for supporting our channel and supporting us. We really, truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below that answer to where's one place you visited but never want to go back to. Also subscribe to the channel and ring that bell icon. Thanks. Bye.